Hi, everybody. It's Christina. Happy April Fools. April Fools is my kind of day. It's the day of Misrule, of clowns, of things that may go backwards, turning energy back in on itself, and the whole world of clowns in their bubble of imagination, of their ability to transgress all the rules, to be foolish and to create what's called high play. And high play is taking play to a level sort of at its highest. And we can see that when we watch clown performances, especially the European, the old-fashioned clowns, where when you're watching them, you actually become part of their world. They have the ability to draw you in. It's really sort of an enchantment. And you're looking at them and you're realizing that they're doing things that sort of defy gravity, defy common sense. They're doing things in a way in which you actually have stopped thinking. And Carlos Castaneda used to say that's stopping the world, where you're in just a state of wonder and awe and just allowing what you're seeing, the play to drop in, and you become one with this clown, whatever the clown is doing or the clowns are doing. And many times clowns have an affinity for danger. They have a foot in both worlds. So they have a foot in the real physical world, what we call real, and they have a foot in the spiritual worlds or the other world. And it's almost as if the tension of the high play is the tension of being able to be part of this world, but to be part of non-ordinary reality, you know, what shamans would call non-ordinary reality. And the tension of playing, the tension of holding these opposites is what creates high play. And if we really take a look at some of the clowns in our own society now, clowning is considered a spiritual gift cross-culturally. All over the world, clowns are considered to be almost the same as shamans, that we may think it's trickery, but they're entering, it's a highly disciplined, very specific practice where you do it over and over and over and over until it becomes a part of who you are. And this is just like any sort of spiritual practice: meditation, creative imagination, visualization. To penetrate a practice so deeply that you can fool your audience into believing that what you're doing is a world that has stability, whatever it is. We see that in Cirque du Soleil. It is extraordinary, beyond the ordinary. And awe and wonder and curiosity and laughter and you know, the pratfalls, that is a cathartic experience that the human being longs for, to be pulled one way, pulled another way, crying. The clown knows. I mean, all these things are ways in which to get us to move our positions, to keep us off balance. So clown work or holy fools, it's meant to keep us off balance. And if clown work, if this jovial high play, this work in levity, if it works, then they can knock us off balance enough that the deeper truth of what they're doing can actually penetrate our soul. And it changes us, and it lightens us, and it enlightens us. Joy is effervescence. Joy is a renewal. It's an inner renewal. So I just want to today think about all the clowns that we've had in the past, and I can't name all of them, of course. And Lucille Ball, fabulous clown work, physical theater it's called. And Danny Kaye, he was wonderful. Jerry Lewis, Red Skeleton. You remember Red Skeleton? Oh my God, the pathos. So in the Greek mystery schools, in the Western mystery traditions, in Asclepius, you would go to these dream theaters when you were ill, when you were depressed, when you were, physically, morally drained. And you would go to these temples, and they were sleep temples, and they would give you medicines and herbal medicines to sort of build up your system, but you'd also be doing a dream technique where you'd fall asleep and you'd ask the gods for a dream. But what they also knew was the power of catharsis. So this is really where we get Shakespeare, this comes from ancient mystery traditions where performance, well, especially in the old days, the gods would descend into the masks that the actors wore, and it wasn't the actors; it became the gods, and the audience would receive the healing. And we still have that. That's what happens when we see a marvelous play, a marvelous performance, listen to an opera, a cathart to a story. Something is let go of inside. Something is broken up. Something is dissembled so that we can let go in tears or laughter. Oh, is it going to happen? Oh, it didn't happen. And all that energy is released in clown work and in drama. And in the mystery plays, these were sort of, it's an old-fashioned term now, but they were morality plays. They were plays that were true, that were actually true stories. This is where we get myths and legends and these archetypal stories that they penetrated the human soul so that we could cathart. And through this catharsis, we could purify ourselves. So that's just a little tiny, I just gotta say, I love clown work, and I am so grateful to clowns who spend so much time developing their craft and their skill so that we can smile and we can laugh and we can cry and we can be relieved. And the day is good. So happy April Fools. Midsummer's Night's Dream. This is a quote. The moment when bottom awakens from this dream is the supreme moment of the play. There is nothing more wonderful in the poet's early works, and few things more wonderful in any of them. For what Shakespeare has caught in perfection is the original miracle of the imagination, the awakening of the spiritual life in the human being. Bottom is an ass. If bottom can be redeemed, matter itself and the human being in all our materiality can be redeemed also. H. C. Goddard in William Williford's The Fool and Their Scepter.